Welcome to Doggie Dojo and welcome to a new series called Reward Games. And we are going to be releasing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next few weeks. It's going to be about a 10-part series, but it might be more depending on what games we dive into and how you guys are responding to the series and what questions and comments you put down below. We're going to cover multiple types of reinforcers in this series, not only toys, but touch and verbal praise as well. I'm going to show you guys using my wife's French Bulldog named Miko, and we're going to rebuild her relationship up with toys. She's very food motivated. In fact, we always joke around of how much she always wants to have more snacks. But when it comes to toys, she's not that motivated for toys, or at least playing with toys with us as much. So we're going to rebuild that relationship, and you guys are going to be along for the whole ride. So one game you guys can play today with your dog is utilizing one of my favorite products, and that is the classic Kong. Now, the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make with Kongs is they make it way too complex. They put kibble, and then slap some other types of treats in there, and then cap it with peanut butter, stick it in the freezer, and give it to the dog for their very first experience. And it's so complicated for their very first time that they don't get much out of the puzzle itself, and the dog decides that this is not that interesting, that they don't find this rewarding at all. So you have to make this very rewarding. So what I'll do is I'll take some of my dog's breakfast or dinner, put in maybe actually just a few kibbles into it, just enough to get them started, and let them explore it, and let them get pieces of kibble out. You want it to roll out very easily and help them know that if they hit this or tap this at all with their paw, their mouth, or anything, that food starts to pop out of it. Now think about this. We are actually doing what we like to call auto-training the dog to want to chew and engage with their toys. So as the thing gets emptied and it starts to need more refill, then take the toy into my hand. So the dog is allowing me to take something very valuable away from them and then increase the value of it and give that back. The most valuable option for that toy is the toy coming into my hands, and it's going to increase their want to get the toy and bring it to me. The other Kong product that I like, if you are having a very busy day and you just need to give all their meal into one thing, is these Kong wobblers. They're fantastic. They unscrew right here. You can stick their whole meal into there, screw it back up, stick it into maybe a kennel or place where they can interact with it, and as they pot, food pops out. Another great interaction for the dog. But some dogs just don't have the skill or aren't being rewarded enough for interacting with objects or toys in your presence. This next point is the most important I'm going to make throughout this whole entire video and possibly the whole series. And that is, so many times when our dogs interact with us, with objects, it's punishing, more so than it is rewarding. For instance, when your dog grabs a shoe and you yell at it, or you tell them to stop, or you take that shoe away, you are decreasing the value of them interacting with objects in your presence. Because if you think about it, a shoe and a dog toy aren't very different from each other. Both are made out of rubber and cloth. So every time your dog gets punished for interacting with an object in front of you, it's going to decrease their want to play with you with their dog toys. So every time you see your dog interacting with a toy they're supposed to be playing with, make sure to reward them with some touch, some verbal praise, maybe a treat, and if you have the time, play with your dog, engage them, and let them know how rewarding it is for them to play with toys in your presence. Thank you guys for watching here on the Doggie Dojo. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I am so excited about this series. I know it's going to be very good to you guys use this series to help motivate your dog to do some amazing things together. As always, have some fun with your dogs, and we'll see y'all next time.